She's Emily.
And that's Katie.
She's a Slytherin.
She's Gryffindor.
We figured we'd do a Harry Potter video because we don't really know what else to talk about that we have a passion for.
Are we passionate about Harry Potter? I had no idea. So Katie wrote down some questions for us and we're gonna answer them. Just so you can get to know a little bit more about us and our obsession with Harry Potter, which is a little bit on the unhealthy side. I'd be in Ravenclaw.
I knew it.
I know.
I knew it.
If I could get my act together, I would be in Hufflepuff. But I cannot, so I would be in Ravenclaw.
I would be a Hufflepuff. Or like, I'm very mellow at work, but like, I don't have it together outside. I'm kind of impatient at work, but like, I just don't have patience for you guys outside of work. But I don't think I fit into either of the houses. I'm not anywhere near that level.
It's because you're a terrible liar.
Nowhere
I have to craft the lie for you, and then you tell the lie and you mess it up.
Not always.
Sure.
Okay. But yeah, I think it would be Hufflepuff.
My favorite subject would probably be care of magical creatures, because I love animals, and I feel like even if I was like the classes after Buckbeak did the whole attacking Malfoy thing, and it was kind of like everyone was like,
because we'd be going to school after. If we were going back or something.
I know, but I'm saying like even like that level of like how everybody was like, oh, the classes are so boring.
Oh, yeah.
We're just taking care of flower worms. I'd still be excited for it.
It's herbology. I am such a plant mom. It's not even funny. If you could turn it that way, you would see all my succulents. It's a growing collection. I am a plant mom, and I took a bunch of agriculture classes in middle school and high school, so I'm just like, that's probably the one that I would love if I went to Hogwarts.
History of magic, because I've kind of got like a photographic memory. So like, even if it's like super boring and Professor Ben's the ghost is still teaching, I'd probably still at least get like a 97.
I guess I would say Defense Against the Dark Arts was still a practical class. I would probably be good at that because I'm a kinetic learner. So, if it was still hands-on.
I would be good at the creature part, but I don't think I would be good at the using magic part.
Oh, Charms might be a good class for me.
I think you can handle that.
Because
it's a lot of just practice
and people just don't want to practice.
Yeah, everybody's like, ooh.
Ron's just lazy. I'm sorry, Ron Weasley, hero of the Wizarding World. You're just lazy. I love you, but like you get to go to school in a magical community and you're like,
well, it's not exciting when you have like a bajillion brothers.
Okay, but Harry Potter, what are you doing, bro? Get it together.
Probably potions for me.
Same though. Because like, I don't like measuring, so I would just like dollop it in. And they'd be like, Katie, and I'd be like, I don't care.
Just like shake it and they're like, that's good enough. And it's like, this is poison. You have made poison.
It's fine. It's
close enough.
It's the color you want.
It needs to be lilac. Well, this is gray. So I feel like I'm at least in the B range. I've at least got an 85 here.
It might also be transfiguration for me. I haven't decided. Not that I haven't decided, but I don't know.
Transfiguration is one of those classes where it's kind of like hard to translate it into something that you would be good at in the real world.
So I feel like that's one I would struggle at if I didn't practice.
Yes! I played sports in high school, which if you look at me, there's no way you can believe this. But I was a jock. So I would 100% play Quidditch because it's very close to lacrosse, which I was the bomb at.
I am not a sports person. I hate sports. My mom, when I was little, would try to get me into every sport, and I would just sit, so I wouldn't have to do anything.
See, I was the total opposite. Like, my mom didn't encourage me to do anything.
That's probably why you liked it. And so it's just like, Quidditch is fun, but I also know my limits and my strengths. So I'm just gonna cheer her on from the cheering squad because that's what I do best.
What position do you think I play?
Probably chaser or beater.
Beater. I'm not.
No,
I'm
yeah,
fast, but I'm not super fast. I feel like not you, but maybe another friend who I had made on my way through would have made me join frog choir. I wonder
No
if-
shade here.
No tea, no shade. Lots of tea, lots of shade. I mean, you hear me sing. I'm not like the best singer.
But you're pretty good.
I can hit a note if I have preparation for it. I am not a belter, but if you need someone to stand in the background and hit a note, I can do it.
I just wonder
Is there
if
a My
myself,
Chemical
I
Romance
just
club?
wonder if myself would be different if we were at a magical school, or if I would still be the same.
I think you would be different. A little bit.
I get that though. Because nothing to do with middle school if you go to Hogwarts. You're just in the castle.
And just think of like all of the people that like you were friends with that like now you kind of regret it. You wouldn't have been friends with them.
It'd be such a magical experience.
It'd be so nice to just like get rid of some of the people that kind of like screwed me up during that time. You know who mine is.
Do I? McGonagall or Flitwick? Hagrid. My bad. My bad. She's gonna kill me after this. My
Hagrid!
bad. My bad.
Hagrid and if Slughorn is still teaching potions, Slughorn. And I do like McGonagall. And I do like Flitwick, but like Slughorn is like a grandpa who I just want to like hug. And I love Hagrid. He's the coolest. Oh gosh.
Think of if we're currently at Hogwarts. We just talked about this. New professor.
Neville.
Yes.
Yeah, Neville.
And then
I feel like you would be okay with Sprout. Like you'd like her.
I would love Sprout, but I also like
It's not super clear, like, in the time period that we would have gone to Hogwarts, exactly when
we would get Neville.
Neville took over.
I want to say it's our 6th and 7th year, which would be perfect because I would be out of my stupid phase. Because Sprout can get me together and then I'd be fine. But I wasn't a terrible child when I was doing something that I loved. Slughorn, and I do like McGonagall.
Yes. So if we're saying in comparison to what I'm doing right now in real life, I would be a magical tutor. But if like my life goes a completely different path because of going to Hogwarts, I would be a mazoologist. Because I love critters. Not super fond of dogs, but everything else I really love.
I guess I did attempt to be a nurse after high school, so I've never told you this. We'll talk about it later.
Sharing secrets.
Maybe a failed healer and then going into the childcare business still, being a teacher. Because I liked it a lot. I fell into it, but I really enjoy working with kids. I feel like you can yell at magical kids more because their parents are like, get it together. You can't let our secret out.
You can also use magic on them to make them be quiet. So I feel like that does not count as like some form of abuse.
But I feel like if I was allowed to choose, maybe just working in a magical bookstore.
You'd work at Flourish and Bloom.
Yeah. I really hope that it's
Hufflepuff. I want one too.
Because
We'll share.
It'll be a poly relationship.
We'll just, someone will show up right here and they will be the Hufflepuff and we will both be dating them.
It's just, I work really well with her as a best friend because people think that Slytherins and Gryffindors are not a good balance. But I swear to God, have you ever seen a bunch of Gryffindors together? They're about to kill each other of how they're so stupid. We're so reckless. And it's just like, I'm gonna do the thing. And they're like,
don't even
do the thing. They're like, do the thing.
Go ahead, Jimmy, jump off the cliff. Let's see. Let's see. I'll get it on my GoPro.
It's just like, I love Katie, but like, I cannot spend time with her because like, by ourselves because we just get into trouble.
Whereas I'll be like, maybe we shouldn't, guys. And you'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever. You've seen me interact with other Slytherins.
It's hard. It's like a cat meeting another cat, but like it doesn't work.
I don't know what it is, but
I
like,
think you're not meeting the right Slytherins is the problem.
I'm not meeting me.
Yeah.
I need more me's. Because I feel like a lot of people pick Slytherin because they're like, oh, it's the evil house. Hoo. I'm like,
it's not evil. There's two sides to every coin, so that's something we'll touch on in another video.
That's why I feel like a lot of people pick it, and like, I didn't pick it so much as it picked me, which is I think how it's really supposed to be. Because a lot of people like they get resorted and they're like, oh, I'm this house, and I'm kind of like, I've been almost resorted a few times.
Right.
They're like, oh, you should be in Gryffindor, and I'm like, no, I know Gryffindor. I'm not a Gryffindor at all. I have way too much anxiety to be in Gryffindor.
That's why she has me because
Yeah.
I can make a social situation work. I don't always want to, but I've done it.
I just kind of like shut down. And I'm like, goodbye. But like,
See, for her, I am good at getting out of social situations, but for like everything else, I cannot do it.
but I mean like with other Slytherins, they're like, oh yeah. You know what it is? Most Slytherins are anime nerds. And I hate anime nerds. No offense, but y'all are super annoying. Okay, just, you know, what is it? It's like the Nyan Cat video. Overconfident nerds at Anime Expo.
Oh, okay.
Look that up on YouTube. That's how other Slytherins are.
For you because it's hard.
It's 2 minutes of pure hell, and if you can make it through, then you deserve to be in Slytherin. Because it's torture.
I got like 20 seconds in.
That's all you need to see. It just gets worse.
I've never met a Hufflepuff that I wanted to like strangle. I don't get mad at my Hufflepuffs. They keep me sane. I have 2 Hufflepuffs.
No, I'm thinking of everyone I've ever met who's identified as Hufflepuff. They're all perfect.
I've never had a problem
Like,
with that.
the only issue that any of them have ever had is they are too nice and they let people take advantage of them.
It's ridiculous. And so I
was
feel
like, you can't fault people for that.
no. It's just a really good balance for someone who is for people who are very high maintenance. I know my bad traits and I know what I need to balance that. I have it somewhat, just looking for that other way.
I mean, we are balanced, but also when both of us decide to do something that we probably shouldn't,
We're gone.
we're 100% in it. Like,
We've made some mistakes from this. We've learned from them. We make our mistakes and we don't do those mistakes again, but it's like it will haunt us for the next 6 months. So maybe we'll get some of those stories. Who knows? But it's time to wrap this up.
well, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Please. We're broke and poor.